Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Kenny, and this is Star Season 2, Episode 5, and the name of this episode is May the Best Manager Win. This was actually a pretty good episode. Star is now back after, now that the World Series is over, so I'm glad that Star is back and everything, and it actually came back with a really damn good episode, but before I get started, let me offer my love and condolences to everyone that was affected by the tragedy in Texas, as well as Las Vegas, and also everyone that was affected by hurricanes Harvey, Irma, Jose, and Maria. If you can give any kind of relief or support to everyone that was affected by these tragedies, please do so, because as being members of the human race, it's our obligation to help our fellow man in times of trouble. Alright, so let me begin with this review. The episode opens up, Alex and Derek are having this explosive argument because he done found all of this stuff that she done boosted, and also found out that she actually lied about having a miscarriage. So he's going the hell off. He's like, get the hell out of my house. You always fucking lying. I'm getting sick of your sorry ass. Yeah, you lied about your mother dying. Now you lying about this. It's like every time I turn around, you always lying. Get the hell out of my house. Get out. And then she was like, well, I'm getting tired of pushing your sorry ass around anyway. But then we actually see that this is actually going on in her mind. And we see all of this is starting to weigh on her. And we see Miss Bruce kind of gets her together. It's like, get this damn trash up and get back to your booth. Your crazy ass. I was like, I love me some Miss Bruce. Miss Bruce is one of them, she's definitely not one that you want to mess with. I mean, she's hood boots, and she don't mind getting you together. And that's the reason why Carlotta let her run the salon. So let me get Alex's situation out the way. Well, we see later on, Alex throughout the whole episode, she has got so much pressure on her, and it's just weighing in more and more. So we actually see, like, as far as Alex, there was one scene she was sitting in the dark, and Noah comes in there, and I'm starting to think Noah is starting to kind of have somewhat of a crush on her. But she kind of shuts him down. She's like, look, I got a man. Don't even try that shit. And he's like, well, I'm not trying to push up on you. I'm just saying if you need anybody or need someone to talk to, I'm here. If you need someone to help you out, I'm here to help. And she just kind of storms off and leaves. Then we see her ass going back to the store trying to boost some more stuff, but the same woman ain't there. It's now a different woman who I think is the store manager. And she's like, oh, yes, you like this outfit? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would look good with the bracelet that you stole the last time your ass was here. And I was like, oh shit, her ass done got busted. But what ended up happening is that Carlotta knew the store manager because she's been doing her hair for years. So because Carlotta knew her, Alex didn't get arrested. So Carlotta took Alex to church. And she was like, look, and then, Alex doesn't believe in God. She's not into religion. But she's like, well, you need to, she pretty much lets her know that, look, you may not believe in him, but he believes in you. And at the end of the day, whatever it is that you got going on, you need to let your heart break. Because you literally went from one situation to the other. You went from your situation with your parents to Derek to losing the baby. Pretty much she actually lets her know that she actually had an abortion. She didn't have a miscarriage. She said she did it because Derek possibly couldn't walk again, so she did it because it was the best thing to do. But then she kind of let him know, like, look, you're going to have to tell him. You're going to have to let your heart break and just let it all out. And we just see Alex finally breaks down and just cries because it's like she's been holding all of this stuff in as well as trying to pursue their career. So all of this is going on in her mind, and it's just really eating at her. All right, next I'm going to talk about the whole situation with Iyanla, with Iyanla. Iyanla, we see, has a meeting with her father, who's played by Richard Roundtree. Her father is pretty much, Charles Floyd. He's like a big wig in the music industry. And he is just pretty much kind of reading her for Phil. She's like, well, Dad, I've been doing great things, I signed Gigi, the character that was played by Keke Palmer, and he was like, yeah, I know, but I'm the one that discovered her, so really that ain't your win, that's my win. You need to find your own win. You need to get somebody that is hot and that is popping, and you need to really put your label on the map, because your brothers and sisters are running circles around you. I'm waiting for you to give me, I'm ready for you to give me your best and to see what you can bring to the table. And then we see that this makes Iyanla emotional because she is like the black sheep of the family. Then we see Hayo comes to meet with Iyanla, and we see that her assistant is there, and he pretty much brings Hayo to Iyanla, and like, Iyanla is still giving that, well, you still haven't proven yourself to me. Like, yeah, you've given me some music, but you haven't really given me anything else to go by. And Hayo's like, girl, I know there's nobody out here that got that kind of heat that I brought you. So why are you doing this all around the mulberry bush shit with me? Like, why don't you just give me a deal? She's like, no, I won't give you that, but, I do like the beach. I'll buy the beach from you. And he's like, no sale. And then he began to read her ass. He was like, you know what? Right now, you need something hot and fresh to really put you out there, because everybody knows that you at the bottom of the barrel with your family, and that you actually, right now, everybody in your family is successful in the music industry except for you, and you really need something, and I'm giving you something, and you need to stop acting funny and jump on it. But then later on, we see Hayo is like working on we actually see Hayo goes back to his camper that's parked in front of Carlotta's house, and we see the assistant knocks on the door, and he says that, look, I heard your shit. I hear music coming through that place all the time. You got something. And, I'm also an artist too. And then we actually know Elijah Kelly can sing his ass off. So Elijah Kelly starts singing. He brings them in there. They start working on the music or whatever. He plays on the track. He's vibing on it and everything. And then the next thing you know, we get a pop-up. And it's Hayo's nephew, Angel. And Angel's like, oh, so this is what you do, Aunt? See, my dad told me you was a sorry-ass hustler. So you just going to take my music and claim it as yours? And you weren't going to cut me in on it? And he's like, nah, you ain't just going to take my shit like that. But then Hayo's like, look, I got this deal that I'm trying to work out. Look, I'll give you 50% of it since it is yours. But 50% of nothing is better than is worse than nothing. So he's game on it. And then we see that, I didn't even know Evan Ross could sing, but he was definitely vibing. And I was like, okay, this what's up. And the big thing is that there's supposed to be this big showcase. A lot of A&R execs are going to be there, and this is going to kind of determine the make or break who are going to be like the leading artists on, Uptown's label. So, all the A&R execs are going to be there, and it's going to be a big event. Big Trouble is set to perform there as well. So Carlotta's like letting them know that, look, you guys need to really bring your A game. They decided to do a slow song, like really show your musicality and really show what you can really bring. Because, at the end of the day, this could be a make or break, and, this could actually, take us to the next level. So, definitely make it happen. And we also see that Star and Nova are still messing around, but, Star's trying to keep it discreet. She doesn't want it to be put out there like that and everything. Because pretty much right now she's just screwing him. And we actually meet one of Noah's friends, this guy named Lucky. And Lucky is really cool though. I mean, Lucky is, he's on probation or whatever, but he's pretty much like family to Noah. And we see that he meets Star, and he's kind of like flirting with Star too. And Star's like, nice to meet you, Lucky. And then she walks away. She's like, stop looking at me, Noah. I know you looking. He's like, I ain't looking at you. But then Lucky's like, I'm looking at you. It's like, them two are funny as I don't know what. So we see that the two of them in the studio, Noah and Lucky, they vibing and everything. And the Yonlet also peeped that Noah and Star are messing around. And she also peeped him being with Lucky. So she come up in there and, Lucky, I think, goes to the bathroom or whatever. She comes in there and was like, look, I told you that when I signed you, I wasn't for your black Justin Bieber BS. And he's like, what you talking about? He's like, for one, you messing around with the artist, and then you bring this guy up in here. He's a convicted felon. Like, you need to get him out of here. He was like, first of all, that's my family. He ain't going no damn way. So I don't know what the hell you on, sis. But you need to take that shit somewhere else because I ain't the one. And she was like, this is a business. And at the end of the day, I need your A game. And I need things to be tight. So if you don't want to be out here, so pretty much she kind of like let him know, like, if you don't want your ass to be on the unemployment line, I suggest you get your shit together. And then he's like, all right, boss. Because it's like, yeah, he really ain't feeling with Iyanla and neither are we. Because Iyanla's a bitch and she's just messy as hell. And it's like, girl, you got like your best stars, right there in that label. But you just like being a hard ass because you think that's what it takes. Because she doesn't want to let anybody in. But Kyle is one person that definitely saw right through her. Alright, now I'm going to talk about Simone. Remember Simone and her inmate Karen. I really don't want to call her inmate because these are kids. They're pretty much the girl that's in the room with Simone. Pretty much they didn't transfer her to another facility, so she won't be there anymore. And then Simone's like, they can't do that to you. She's like, they own me, girl. They can do that to me. Like, unlike you have a family, you got people who care about you. I don't got nobody. And she's like, and besides, you probably won't forget about me after I leave. And then next you know, Simone kissed her, and she's like, but I remember that. And I was like, okay. So I was like, okay, Simone. I was like, Les Bonnets, bring it on, baby. I was not mad about that. So I was like, that was cute. Alright, so let's see, what else is going on? Oh yeah. Then, we also, throughout this episode, we kept seeing Brody's ass. Brody, obviously, is working with someone, because we first see Brody, he on the phone talking to somebody, and it's like, it's like he's kind of like, he's into something, and he's like working some type of deal. So obviously him being there is not on true intentions. But at first we don't know who the hell he's talking to. But we see that the first time we see his ass, he tries to run in up on Star when she's with Noah and Lucky, and she pretty much turns him away and was like, screw you, you're not my father, I don't want nothing else to do with you, and stay away from my sister, and we ain't family, we ain't nothing, you left us, you abandoned us, and I'm over the bullshit, so you just need to stay the hell away from me. And then we saw like Noah and Lucky stand up like, you try somewhat or we gonna fuck you up. So he ends up leaving. Then we actually see that he finally does track down Simone. Him and Simone rekindle, and she was kind of upset, like, did you leave because of me and all that? He's like, no, I loved you, like me and your mother just not were in a good place, and we were not good for each other, and that's why I left. But I was wrong to leave because I left you and Star by yourselves, and I was wrong to do that. But I'm here now. So, of course, you know, Simone wants a family, and she wants that connection because she's never had that. And we definitely know where she came from. She was being sexually molested by her foster father. So, I mean, well, by her adopted father. So, she wants a family. She wants that, you know, she wants that mother and father type of connection because she got, like, the mother connection with Carlotta. So, Brody coming back is kind of like a good thing for her. So then I'm going to go to the night of the showcase. Brody shows up again. You know, we actually saw while they were performing, Brody was in the damn audience. So after the damn show, Brody comes back and Carlotta's like, Brody, you need to stop doing this shit. You need to stop just objecting yourself, you know, just showing up and shit. Like, you need to stop doing that because at the end of the day, you have to, if they don't want you around, you just can't just keep popping up like this. And then, you know, Star is obviously going off on him and everything. And then Simone is like, why don't you just give him a second chance and all this? She's like, see, the problem with you is that you're just gullible and you want to believe that he's this good person, but he's not a good person. You're too young to understand. She's like, I'm not a child. And if anything, Star, you're just full of shit because at the end of the day, you are so fixated on being famous, and you think fame is going to solve all your problems. But I'm letting you know, boo-boo, it doesn't. I'm like, okay, Simone, give it to her ass. Because Star does have this attitude that fame is going to solve all her problems. But little does Star know, fame is just another system. And, you know, her and Star go back and forth, and Carlotta breaks it up, and she's like, Brody, get the hell out of here. You know, if they want to see you, they'll see you on their own time, but you need to stop popping up in their place of business and just popping up everywhere. But it's because Brody got a motive, and later on we find out that. Also at this event, you know, the girls performed, and yeah, they changed their name too. Yes, they changed, yeah. Sorry about that, y'all. They changed their name from Big Trouble to Take 3. So that's their new name. Also, at this event, Angel and Andy, that's the assistant played by Elijah Kelly, they both performed, you know, their song, you know, that was produced by Angel. And, but, of course, Hayo's getting the credit because Hayo's the one trying to stop him the deal. So they perform and everything. And then after their performance, you know, Angel's like, I know we got this going. Like, we got this. We in this. And Elijah, and like, not Elijah, like, Angel's character was like, yeah, we in this. We got this. And Andy was like, you ain't got shit, bruh. Like, look, I have been in this game for a minute. There are a lot of business heads. There's another side of the business you have no idea of. And yeah, we can be the hottest thing smoking, but if they don't want it, you ain't getting in that door. So at the end of the day, and then like we definitely saw Iyanla's face like fall when she saw Andy up there performing with him. And then Maurice was like, did you know your assistant could perform? She's like, yeah, I knew he could sing. He just wasn't ready yet. And I'm like, see, y'all would be on that bullshit. You holding your own self back by being this controlling bitch and not really realizing that you got a array of talent around you that's going to make your label pop. And you sleeping on people. That's why you're not winning. Because of your dumbass ego. And it's just like more and more is being thrown in her face, and she just feels some kind of way about it. So we saw that go down, and they rocked the performance, but we definitely saw that Iyanla's face was turned when she saw Andy up there, that highly got to him. So, while all this good stuff is going on inside, on the outside, it's gotten fucking crazy. Because the police have started to raid Lucky's car because Lucky's on probation and all that, and they talking about some, when you're on probation, you can't have drugs and all of this stuff. And he's saying that, and being a police officer, you shouldn't just be going through my shit, without any probable cause. And, it just becomes like, and we come to find out this damn policeman is very new on the force. They go back and forth, it blows up, and then the next thing you know, he gets afraid thinking that Lucky got a gun. He pulls out his gun and shoots Lucky at close range. And it becomes a crazy frenzy. You got people who take the whole thing. So this shit is going to play back later. And it turns out that Lucky ends up dying. And, this definitely rocked Star because Star was there, fighting with them, with the police, like, look, he was with us. He's not doing anything. Won't you just leave and let this man go on about his business? Yeah, but so pretty much because he's on probation, they pretty much tailing his ass. And, because they got into that altercation, he thinking Lucky gonna pull out a gun, he just kills Lucky, and Lucky wasn't even armed. And Lucky ends up dying. So we actually see that this tears Noah up. And this actually brings Star, and actually Star gets closer to Noah after that. Because Star's like, I just met this guy, and he was real cool. And then, all of a sudden, she comforts Noah, and she's like, does he have any family? And Noah's like, I was his family. He was my brother. And now I don't got my brother. And you just saw this really broke Noah down, and I was like, man, that is so fucking messed up. Because this is something that we're seeing every day out here in these streets, with police brutality and young black boys being shot down, in the name of law. It's insane. And I'm glad that they showcase this on this show because it needs to be more aware out here that, look, you talking about you're supposed to be serving and protecting, but it seemed to me that you guys like to bully the black boys and pretty much savage the black man, but you serve and protect everybody else. Like, we're not the enemy here. And we're not the ones who are wrong either. So I'm glad that they showcase that. So yeah, that's definitely going to be an issue marching on. Then, we see that Iyanla and Maurice end up going out there because they got word that something was going on outside. And that's when, so Iyanla and Maurice were out there when that happened. We definitely see that Maurice was even affected by it, and so was Iyanla. Because Iyanla at first was trying to say, like, look, we need to kind of kill this, and we just need to go on about our business. We don't need the attention and all that. And I was like, bitch, don't nobody care about no damn public relations right now. My fucking boy could die. So we see that Yolanda was kind of messed up about that shit. So next thing you know, we see Hayo comes in and he finds her. She's obviously distraught. And she's like, so I see you took my assistant, huh? And so I'm like, yeah, and he's a great singer. You didn't know that? And she's like, yeah, I knew that. But he wasn't ready. But then she's saying that it's just been a really crazy night. Because, if anything, also what happened before that, Carlotta and Hayo have words. Because before she told him that, look, if you want to be a producer, fine. You need to produce something. You need to have something. But you need to stop trying to subject yourself onto these girls because I'm their manager now and they don't want to work with you. So we see that Hayo has now came up with his plan, but then she didn't know that they were going to be performing on the same showcase as Case 3. So she confronts Hayo, like, here you go, still doing some messy shit. You did the same shit back in the day with me and Mary, and you did the same shit with Star, and then now you're doing this shit with them. And she's like, they have something. I know it. They're special. She's like, you said the same shit. You said the same shit to Mary. You said the same shit to Star. Like, you are just always looking for somebody to use, and you're always looking for someone to get over on. And like, if anything, she also noticed, Hayo's nephew. She's like, yeah, I done seen him since he was a little boy. But yeah, I know exactly who that is up there. And you know, they go back and forth, and he's like, look, you told me to develop something, I did something, now I got something that's hot. And she's like, at the end of the day, you always making it about your ass. You know, and he's saying that, look, I'm just doing what I gotta do. Because after what happened last night, that just lets you know something, that you only get one shot in life, and you gotta make it count. And then like, Carlotta was like, no. What really makes sense is that a young black man was killed tonight, and all you're doing is thinking about your damn self. I was like, Carlotta, you better get his motherfucking ass. Get him. So we see later on he runs into Iyanna. Iyanna's like all bent out of shape because of what happened, and she's like, here was, even at that moment, I was trying to do PR. You know, but I really don't have feelings. But right now, I want to feel something. Next thing you know, Hayo begin to put it on her, and they start rolling around, kissing and feeling, and about the break, and about the, you know, take it home. And the next thing you know, we see that Carlotta sees them getting it in, but they don't see her. So now Carlotta's like, oh, I'm really gonna fuck Hayo up now. Now I know he's messing with Iyanna. So now he's going to get more favor with Iyanna than Take 3. And it's like, here it is, they about to get their moment. He immediately comes in there with Andy and Angel, and now it's competition. So we're going to see. So it's pretty much now it's going to be Hayo versus Carlotta. So I want to see what's going to go on with that. And then we actually see that Alex goes home with Derek. So we actually saw that first opening scene was just in her head. Because she's holding on all these secrets and she's not telling them anything. Because even Carlotta kind of said, like, girl, why the hell are you boosting? Your family got money. You could afford all this shit. What are you doing? Because it's just like when she's stressed out, she shops. But due to the fact she ain't got the money, she's stealing. But then she kind of breaks down to Derek and like she's just saying, I just want to pray. Can we please pray? And he knows something's up that she want to pray because she's not religious. So, pretty much we saw that go down. Then, we also, this is the last thing I'm going to talk about is with Brody. Star actually knocks on Brody's door. It takes him a while to get to the door, but finally he comes out. And she's saying that, look, I know Simone wants you in her life because she obviously sees something in you. But I'm going to let you know something. You hurt my sister in any way, I will kill you. And then she walks off. He goes back in the damn room. And who in the room other than that damn Elena? So Elena is who brought Brody back into the picture. And she's using Brody to take down Star. And I'm like, this evil bitch, Elena gotta die. Like, bitch, you ain't learned your lesson after what happened to your damn son, and you still trying to do some messy shit. So yeah, there's a bullet with your name on it, bitch. Get in line. So that's what I have, y'all. If I missed anything, put it down in the comments. I'd love to talk to you about it. But subscribe to my channel. Click that bell so you get notifications every time I drop a video. Also, I started a GoFundMe. You can find that link in the description box. Also, like this video, comment on this video, and share this video. And I'll be back with the next episode of Star. So until then, everybody, take care.